Okay, greetings. It's Sunday night, and we are going to relax a little bit, chat, and we're going to play some Magic Realm. The first 2 weeks of this game are up on the channel already, and it's the Druid, the Sorcerer, the Wizard, and the Witch King are facing off. And again, a lot of this has to do with testing out the Witch King's the changes to his spells, or his typical spells, which I think are working out pretty well. So, but we have the Druid, Sorcerer, Wizard, and Witch King all fighting here for the win. You will see that the Witch King is winning 9.5 to 6 to 3.5 to 1. That's what the plus means. It's a half. I was typing 0.5 for a long time, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of work. So it's week 3, and we're going to see if someone can catch up to the Witch King here, who has a nice, healthy lead. So for week 3, we have 3 events coming up. The Archmage Tower, the Storm is coming in the Rift. The Storm is coming Day 20. The Tower has appeared. Where did the Tower appear? The Tower appeared, here in the mountains. And the Rift, it appeared up here in the cave. So it's very unlikely that we're going to get a lot of cave action from these guys the last 2 weeks. Just saying, none of them are spec'd out for caves. Caves shorten your day considerably by about half, typically. I usually avoid caves with most characters unless they are made to go in the caves. The dwarf, the druid, and the witch, the wizard in some cases can spec out for caves, but otherwise the caves can be can slow your game down considerably, and that's not what we want. We have a race. We only have 2 more weeks, so 14 more turns. There is still a dead adventure out there up here, and there is still a spider bounty until the end of the week. So let's go over each character real quick. The Druid. The Druid has 3.5 points, so he's behind, but he has the option to get to find some remains here in the Maple Woods and hopefully take them to the chapel right there. And doing so is going to get him some points, maybe some money, maybe some friendliness with these with the crew here, the natives. And if so, if he can make one of them friendly, he can then turn Envoy in as well. And so that's going to be worth a couple points to him. So what we're going to do for the Druid is we're going to move up into the woods. So it's going to take 2 moves to get to the woods. Move and move into the woods. Then we have to search. Is it search? I believe it's search and search. It's bury the dead. You have to locate until you get a discover result. That's a 1 or a 4. And then you get a VP. When you bring them back to a dwelling, you get a victory point and one of those options. And he will definitely take the token of esteem because that raises his relationship with everyone in there. That'll make the Lancers allies. That'll make the Order neutral. That'll make the Patrol friendly. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a lot of stuff. And then once he does that, he's already executed a trade with neutrals. So he would have to execute a trade with a friendly, and that would be the Lancers. And then he could turn Envoy in, and there's his points. And then heck, he could make the Order friendly at that point. Like he could have a lot of buddies over here on the west side of the board. So that's his plan. On to the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer is 6 points, doing okay. A lot of cash. Really, really want to kill a spider, frankly. That's sort of the goal here. And we are in actually a pretty good position to do that because of what's going on. But I do believe the first thing we do is we move out into the woods. Oh, wrong guy. Well, that could be a problem if I'm doing this. So we're going to move into the woods. We are going to, I think, rest twice. We get an extra enchant phase and then our normal enchant phase. So that's 4 phase. You get 4 things to do a day. And some characters get extras. When I put the extra X, the X in front, that means it's an extra move. So he's going to move into the woods, rest twice, do a spell phase. It used to be called spell phase. Modern day, it's enchant, but I'm old school. And then what that's going to do is that's going to bring 2 of these chips back into play, and we're going to flip one of them to purple color because he needs purple to do all of his magic. The wizard. So the wizard does have his bones. So that's good. I think the wizard is going to. Now the lancers can kill our wizard. Like they are dangerous. For a lot of reasons. He can't run from them. And he can't guarantee to sleep them because their horses are very fast and dodgy. Now, having said that, he will go in and make them unfriendly. So he is going to return the bones to a dwelling. So he doesn't have to end the day there. He doesn't even have to, so yeah, so I think that is, so he is going to move to the chapel, move to the chapel. That should score him Bury the Dead. He will gain 1 level of friendliness with everyone in there. That'll make the patrol allies. That'll make the order neutral and the lancers unfriendly. Now, the lancers could still cause problems for him. But they also might not, right? I mean, they also could be totally okay with him. The question is, what do you do at that point? You're looking for your 3rd bridge. That is true. For this bridge magic card, you have to cross 3 bridges. He has crossed 2 bridges. This one, and, oh no, he has crossed, well, it would help to have marked them, wouldn't it? He's crossed this bridge and this bridge, I remember now. Because he started here at the guard tower. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and back in there. I think that's sort of what he does. So move into the chapel. Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything else. So we're gonna move and then move back into the woods. Move and move back to the woods. So we're just gonna drop the remains off, get our token of esteem, and then get out of dodge. Finally, it's the Witch King. The Witch King is in the lead. The Witch King has gotten some very, the squirrel is back, some very good circumstances. So he has black magic all the time, which is his main source of magic, which means he's got this troll buddy animated. He also has an ogre and a squirrel companion. He is like a Disney princess, but with necromancy. I mean, he is low on magic, as you can see. He only has 2 purple. And his cards are shit. His cards are not good for him. So, what is the Witch King doing right now? I think the Witch King will trade once since he is with the Bashkar, and the Bashkar are his allies. So he might as well trade one time. Oh, and he did turn in cards at the end of the week. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn in Navigator. That is a bad card. So if you end your day at a dwelling, which he did, you're allowed to toss as many of your quests as you want and get new ones. Wolf Tamer, not. And I do have a weird problem with some cards just don't do well, but that's good. Anything that isn't Navigator, I'm pretty happy with. So we could use to rest. We really could. We could also go and swipe these treasures here. Well, I don't know. Are we melted into mist? I think we are melted into mist, aren't we? Yes, we are melted into mist. So that means if there's purple magic, we will disappear into fog. That's okay. So I'm going to say that we do indeed. I'm going to trade, and then I'm going to rest. Rest, done. We're just going to do trade and 3 rests, done. And so there you go. So we've written our day. So in Magic Realm, you plan your day ahead. We've written our day. And now the random part comes down to what monsters are active and prowling and showing up on the board today. And we rolled a 5. It looks like spiders and imps. We determine who goes first. The Druid goes first. We're going to go in this order. The Druid moves 2. Searches 2 times. We're looking for a 1 or a 4 as the highest die. That's a 3. That's a 1. So we did find the bone. So we flip this on its side to indicate that we found the bones here, and that's good. So we will move tomorrow to get to where we need to be. Witch King. Trading once with the Bashkar. He could use a pony. Strangely enough, he could use a pony. But he's going to look at these cards as well. Power Boots. He could also use the Power Boots because that would give him a move chit so he could actually carry things. I'm going to roll on the boots. Oh, I should sell. God damn it. Yeah, I'm going to roll on the boots in any case. So the Bashkar are our allies. So we roll on the allied table. We're looking for low numbers here. So let's roll. 6. Womp womp. We get price times 4. So the boots are 8 times 4 is 32. We could, if we wanted to, turn in. We could indeed turn these in if we wanted to. We could do 28. So that would actually, so we would pay 4. We can get a better deal than that. So I think we are going to get a better deal. So we will turn the trade down. We're going to get our black magic back. So that's 1, 2, and then one of these purples, one of these type 4, which turned to purple. Done. There's our guy, our wizard. The wizard is going to move into the chapel. Turn the body over to the authorities. He's number 3. He will take the token of esteem, which is going to give him... Well, he doesn't need to take token of esteem if he doesn't want to. He could just walk right out of there. That's a great question. That is a great question. He could take a militiaman. 3, 4, 4, 5. Do we have that guy? Did I make a token for that? You know what? I think we'll take him instead. So we will literally take the militiaman for Bury the Dead. That's probably not a great choice. So we do get a point. That's going to put the wizard at 2. So the wizard is scoring points. All right. That's good. That's good. He does get a new quest. He gets Dragon Slayer, which he can slay dragons if they are the small ones, the heavy ones. None of his... Oh, and this guy can help him slay heavies. Okay. But then he moves back out before anything happens, and he is done there. And now the sorcerer moves up to there. Rests 2, which we need 2. And we're going to flip one of them to get some color. And I don't think anything else appears. So I don't think anything appears here because we're looking for crosses. The Bashkar are already out. So I think we are done with the day. Should be a quiet night tonight. Should just be me and the ether. Me and the ether. Speaking into nothing. I'm gonna check real quick just to see. Just make sure that no one is chatting and I'm ignoring them because that would suck. I would feel really bad if I did that. Okay. Okay, so sometimes my chat gets stuck, so also if I'm a little wispy and hissy, I have a little dental distress that is causing that, so I apologize. I should definitely not be on mic tonight, but I am. You're welcome. All right, we need to write another day. The Druid is going to move to 4. We are going to do our first enchant phase. The first spell phase or enchant phase that anyone does in the day is wasted. It is drawing magic circles and meditating or whatever. That's what it is. And the second one we're going to do, and we're going to flip that tile back, and then we're going to move to 2. So that's what we're going to do. The sorcerer is mostly ready to enact his plan. I'm going to hide. I'm going to alert. I'm going to move into the spider spot. Remember, there's a bounty on spiders, so that means you get a victory point. He has Spider Slayer. You also get another victory point, so it's worth 2 points to him to kill a spider this week. The wizard. So the wizard is going to... Where's the wizard trying to get to? The wizard is trying to get to... This is definitely one of those rare times where, you know, I would let these characters sort of make a little deal here, because the wizard would definitely be like, look, if you don't screw with me, well, that's true. See, the problem is that both of them want to go, because the wizard also wants to flip this tile. And he's going to want to flip it again. So, all right, he's going to have to, we're going to have to, so we're going to, now the wizard does not waste his first spell phase. He already has all that paraphernalia. And since we have gold magic and these chits, these type 3 chits, we can sort of enchant for free. So we're going to enchant the tile, flip it, move to 4, flip it again, and then move to 5. That's going to be our day. Oh, we can't flip it. We can't just, we can flip it again, actually, because we do have purple magic. Okay. Witch King. What are you doing, Witch King? Oh, you're going to trade again. All right, we are going to trade twice. We're going to trade 2 times. And then what's the goal for the Witch King? Wolf Tamer, Giant Slayer. Both of those suck, by the way. Like, neither of those are good. I mean, he could move up into the cliff. Giants are in the mountains. If you see that gold, that silver octagon, if you see that silver octagon, you are going to potentially see giants. Assuming that you get a roll of a 4 on the monster roll. So I think what we are going to do, trade twice, try to grab maybe the boots if we can. Then we're going to move into, I think that's the cliff, hoping that a giant shows up. I think so. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. That's our day written. Let's get a monster roll now. So you write your day before you know what monsters are going to appear, and that's what gives you sort of the surprise. Bats. Oh, no one likes bats, by the way. Everybody immediately gets antsy with bats. Okay. So the druid comes up here. He's got to pair this chit, this type 2, with this gray, which he does. He fatigues the gray. He's going to flip this tile. Then he's going to move to there. Yep, and he is done. The wizard is next. So the wizard has the awkward, so he's going to pair the purple and fatigue the purple. Oh, he moves to 4, right? Oh, no, okay. I'm sorry. So he doesn't fatigue the purple yet. What he does do is he is going to turn that to gray with his first one, move to 4, pair the purple, burn this, flip it back to gold. And he is done. And I don't think anything appears because it's bones. And we rolled a 6, so we're looking for bats. So we're looking for the orange circle of death. We're going to trade with our Bashkar buddies. First trade, I am going to sell the Belt of Strength. The Belt of Strength is not helpful to us. They're our allies. They will buy it for 16 bucks. So we're going to get 16. That's going to give us 36. Done. Now we're going to roll for the boots. Oh, we have to add 1 too. So we got another 7. We got 32 bucks. It's going to cost us 32 bucks to get them damn boots. Oh, that's bad. We could, because the cloven hoof. The cloven hoof is making everything worse. Except for summoning the troll, because the troll, we can summon him for free now because the black magic. So we're going to keep the black magic. We're going to keep the malice to all of our luck. The battle bracelets are okay, but if something's on us, we are in trouble anyway. So we're going to take the 32 price. We're going to trade these in, which are allowed. I was hoping to get a good roll, because the thing is, you get no change when you trade. So we'll trade this in. That means the cost is 20. And so we will go -4. So we're down to 16 gold now. It's still enough to, it is indeed still enough to be in second place. And we're going to buy the power boots. The power boots give us a move chit, which is something we never had before. They also allow us to carry items, which the Witch King cannot normally carry. What's up, Michael? How are you? How are you feeling? Good. Glad you're good. Are you playing Skyrim? We're taking a break from Skyrim tonight. We're playing some Magic Realm tonight. So the Witch King buys the boots. He gets a move, which is sort of neat. And heavy, too. He can carry heavy items. So that's sort of wacky for him. And he walks up into the cliff. He can do so because he has the Meld into Mist spell, which is a sort of free get out of jail as long as he has purple magic ready, which he does. Nothing appears in the cliff, though. And that leaves us to the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer is hiding 2 times. So on a hide roll, everything but a 6. Now, remember, the highest die we always take. So we got a 5, so good. He hides. He's going to alert this chit, which makes it a ×0, the fastest thing in the game. And then he moves back into here. The question is, do any bats appear? In Flutter 1, so we do get 1 bat appearing here in clearing 1. And that's it. And we have this combat to resolve. So we're going to drag these guys down to the Sorcerer's sheet. Now, the Sorcerer is hidden, so no one knows he's here. He is going to do a ×0 fiery blast. So he's going to burn a purple. He's going to, this is a ×0, so it's going to hit everybody on the board. And no one is attacking him yet. So let's see where these guys end up. He goes down there. It doesn't really matter, by the way. Does the imp flip? No. Does the spider flip? He does. Again, doesn't matter to us. So we're going to hit both these guys. The imp is neutral. I'm sorry, the imp's not neutral. The imp is a medium character. We have to roll a missile roll on everybody. And Fiery Blast does light, star, 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 which means light, medium, heavy, tremendous. None of these characters are armored that we're hitting, and so none of those sharpness stars go away. That's what the asterisks are. So we will do tremendous damage to both of these, which will kill them, but we do have to roll in this missile table. Missiles, melee is more certain, but you can't be hidden after you attack once. Missiles, you can ambush people, but you have to randomize it. So that's sort of the difference here. So on the little guy, we want to roll anything but a 6 ought to kill him, and we do. We roll a 5. And so the imp dies. Now, the spider, a little bit harder. We need to roll, I think, -2 levels. That's not enough, see? because now we drop the 2 sharpness stars and we're down to medium damage. That's not enough to kill a heavy spider. And so the spider is after us. Oh, that is not great. That is not great. So we could take one more shot because we have that time 3 purple. We have to cast a spell, you need a type chit, that's this, and then the color, which is these flipped. This is a type 4 chit. Fiery Blast requires, if you look, a type 4 and purple. That's the color across the top. So it needs 2 chits, this one and this one, which we have. This time, since it's lower than the spider's time, will hit the spider. So we can hit the spider for sure. First, because our weapon, because our attack is faster, the spell is longer than the spider's reach, so the sorcerer is going to hit first. But he still has to roll a 4, 3, 2, or 1. If the spider happens to hit him on, on the return attack and not get killed, well, we could have a dead sorcerer. Conventional wisdom is you hide and back out, which is going to make this take one more day, if not more. If it were like the last week, we would go for it. We'd be like, yep, we're either winning or dying, done. But since it's not the last week, we might consider backing out. So what we're going to do instead is, when that spider turns to face us and come after us, we're going to burn purple, invoke melt into mist, and disappear into smoke. Someone having flamethrower for the spider. Yeah, it didn't quite work out, man. It didn't quite work out. Now, you can ambush people from hiding with a missile or a spell, but if you do an area effect spell, you are automatically unhidden. And if you do a melee attack, you are automatically unhidden. Only single target attacks can ambush. Nonetheless, we're going to back off and get out of dodge. Does anyone else have a fight? I don't think anybody else does have a fight. So no, we're going to write our next day. We're 3 days into the week. So the Druid is going to move. And rest, I think. So we're going to turn this all in. We're going to rest. Done. We should be turning in the bones from Bury the Dead, and that's going to make everybody like me more. So we're moving into the woods. I'm going to rest twice. We're going to use our extra spell phase that the sorcerer gets, and we're going to create some more purple magic, and we are done. And then that's going to lead us to the wizard. The wizard just wants out of dodge. 1, 2, but we do have to be a little bit careful because of this. So we're going to go. The wizard is going to move to 5 because he has to. Rest because he has to rest. Flame Sword is a type 2. So we do need that. Yeah, let's rest twice. get our chits back, rest twice, and then we'll do a single enchant. Done. And finally, our Witch King. So our Witch King, very exciting. Because he can now pick all this stuff up, which is sort of cool. Hell, he could even wear the Blasted Jewel. He could wear the Bejeweled, like the Witch King with armor is actually sort of cool there. So we're gonna move up into the Horde, and we're going to search 2 times. And we're using this take cover card as our shield. If something jumps us that we don't want to deal with, we're going to take cover. Done. And so that looks like day 17. Everybody has a plan. Let's roll this die for monsters. Giants and trolls. So it looks like we're going to get some giants and trolls for the Witch King. Oh, I forgot about the Flowers of Rest. Oh, man. Oh, well. That's too bad. The wizard probably should have fallen asleep there, but that's fine. We will. And indeed, the Druid, as soon as he moves there, is going to fall asleep. So I'm going to hide and move into the chapel. And we should note that we have Flowers of Rest in the chapel because the Lancers are carrying that and they're in the chapel. Soon as you walk in there, if you have any fatigue, you will fall immediately asleep. That's how that works. So that's his day 17. I think we're good. Okay. So, did we draw these? Sure. All right, the wizard is moving to 5, resting twice. So he's going to that one and that one in, and he's going to do a spell phase. He's going to need purple magic. He'll pop that, and we are done. Yeah, he didn't get the benefit of the rest, but he didn't take the penalty of losing phases. The Druid moves in too, immediately falls asleep, but all these flip to he should be vertical because the 2 types of spells, it's just perfect. So he moves in. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt here. So he buries the dead, and he is going to take a token of esteem. So he gets bury the dead. So the Druid's going to score a point, and that's be his 3rd card. And his 4.5 point. I don't know how to, like, if that's a word. 4.5. 4.5. No, anyway. And he will take Token of Esteem. Now, what Token of Esteem does for the Druid makes everyone a level friendlier to the Druid in there. So he has the Lancers there. He has the Order there. And the Patrol. And Patrol is neutral to him normally, so now they're going to be friendly. So he just made a bunch of friends by revering their dead. And he has locate the statue now. And I did have someone complaining about those cards saying, I don't know if they're any good or they're boring or whatever. And the answer is, well, I mean, first off, all the tasks are sort of dull in the sense that, it's usually go here, roll some dice, do a thing, right? typical fetch quest board game. But when you pull this off, in this case, with 3 native groups here, that's a huge deal, because now he's got a lot more friends and allies and so on than he had previously. And he's going to use that to complete Envoy. And so that'll give him yet another point. So all good. And even more friends. So that's pretty good. I wish he could have pulled that off like the first day of the week. But still a good thing to pull off here. The Sorcerer is moving out into the woods. He is going to rest 2 chits. So he's going to rest that chit and maybe that chit, and then he will flip that one. And he ends up where? He ends up here, like that. And nothing appears there. And finally, the Witch King moves up there. And he pulls 2 searches with Magic Sight. He's looking to roll a 3. If he rolls a 3, he can take the top treasure from any of the piles. So the hoard or the pile that was left. No, he rolls 4s. Not great. And a giant appears on him. Oop. And done. And we do have to roll for the Druid because he does have a neutral party there. The order is neutral. Yeah. So we're looking to not roll 6s. That would be the only bad thing, is to roll. Oh, we rolled a 6. So there might be trouble. So we roll on the unfriendly table. 4. They're going to insult the Druid. Ugh. You hippie. Pretty much. And what that's going to do is it's going to give him an additional -5 prowess. Or he can fight them, which he's not going to do. He's going to take the -10 prowess and just go, yep, I suck. You're right, guys. Ha ha. Right? That's sort of where he's going. The Wizard does not fight. The Druid did not have to fight. He had to. The Sorcerer isn't fighting, but the Witch King may very well be fighting. Let's grab the Giant. The Giant is after the Witch King. He's like, grrr, I see you. Is anyone going to lure? I think that I really want to save this guy to walk the woods or to bring me nuts, which gives him 1d6 rest phases, like rent. So when we burned all our spell chits, we can just rest them because the squirrels bring us food, because he's like a Disney princess with evil. So it really comes down to I don't care about this ogre too much. So we're gonna have the ogre lure him, and then the troll will jump on that sheet. And I suppose if I wanted to shoot him, I could. Do I want to shoot this guy, or am I gonna let this play out? Hey, what's up, Victor? How are you? How you doing, man? Good to see you. So are we going to let this play out? Now, here's the thing. On round 1, if they line up, then they will kill each other. The Giant will smash him. The ogre will smash him back. I'm sort of picturing, he picks him up and the time to smile and pretend I know what's going on. You can ask any questions you want. If the club hits the ogre is dead. 100%. If the troll hits, which he will on round 1, he will kill him on round 2. So we're sort of just letting this ogre get in the way while the troll comes up behind and rips his dude apart. Do I want to burn? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna... I hate to do it. I hate to do it. I'm gonna burn black, and I'm gonna shoot as well a drain life. Just this is a just in case. So let's roll to see where the giant ends up on and his club. 5. Ugh. So it looks like the club goes up. The giant, no, the club, I'm sorry, everything goes down. Everything shifts down. Does the club flip? That would suck. It does not flip. Okay. Where do our guys end up? 3 and 3. They both go to the middle. Okay. So, longest weapon goes first. That's the spell. The spell will hit. We added a saving throw to drain life. If the giant rolls a 6, he will live. He does not, and he does not. So we nuke the giant before any harm comes to any of the dudes. We can rest this chit because drain life gives us some mana back. So that's a giant kill. That's 8. We have Giant Slayer for a point. So definitely the Witch King is tearing it up today. And we do have Giant Slayer. If we bring this back to a dwelling, we'll get a potion. Let's copy the card actually and put it back. Weapon Master. Well, that's just dumb. That is not a great card for our guy. Let me shrink this because it's gigantic. Done. He doesn't have this yet. He has to bring it back to a dwelling. It's like he's got giant blood or something to use. Okay, so... And I can roll that Weapon Master where it is. (10-1) Ruins 1. Well, strangely enough, I don't know that it's super far from me. It's right there. So that's not far at all. We should at least consider the point. So close. The giant's worth 8. Prowess, I forgot that. Let me put that here. So we're up to 50. So the way that the cards work is you get a point per card unless the card's worth 2 points, in which case we will put that down. Prowess, gold, great treasures, and spells. You either get 2 points for first place, 1 point for second place, 0 points for third and fourth place, with the caveat that if you reach a certain threshold in any of those, you get a bonus point. The threshold for prowess is 60. The threshold for gold is 70 because you start with 10 gold. No one's close to gold, but the Witch King is very close to getting an extra point for killing things. Great treasures and spells are 3 to get the point, the extra point. So, all right. He's killed his dude. Does anybody else have a fight? No, not today. Tomorrow we're going to have a fight for the Sorcerer again. Done. Okay, so what is the Druid going to do here? The Druid is going to do a trade phase to score Envoy. That's his goal. He is then going to... spell X and spell. because he needs some gray magic in check there. And then he's just going to move out. Geez, I don't want to roll again. Although we should at least consider... Well, I mean, we can consider selling all these, by the way. So we can get 10 gold by selling these to our new allies, the Lancers here. So... so there you go. So we're going to do that. The Sorcerer. The Sorcerer is going to hide twice. Alert, move to the spider. Hoping to get that spider. That's taking him all week. Keeping in mind we have a storm coming. Hey, what's up, Rod Risen? I'm having a good night. The light coming through your window indicates it's daylight there, or you're just unlucky with a large illuminated sign. Huh, no, there's no light coming in my window. I do guarantee you that. I just have a very, very bright light illuminating the room reasonably well, I would say. And there's a lot of, what do you want to say? Light coming off of my monitor too. Okay, so the wizard is going to try to get across this bridge. That's his goal. So he's going to go 1, 2. Do we want to fight these ghosts? Do we care? Probably not. I'm going to hide and go 1, 2. Well, I can't get there though. Only have 4 moves. Ugh. We're going to hide twice and then move into the ghosts. Ghosts are always prowling. They're sort of awful that way. We can take them, I think. That's not a problem. It's just, just sort of a waste of, but that's fine. Whatever. We'll do what we do. So this giant is going to go up into the dead pile here. So we did get our Giant Slayer done. I think I'm still looking for these treasures. How are you tonight, Rod? So I do think what we're going to do is I do want to rest once. We're going to spell. He gets an extra spell phase a day. And we're going to search twice. So he's going to get some black magic back in case he needs to shoot someone again. He needs pew pew energy for the for the laser, death laser. And it should be what, day 18. So let's move the day marker. Everybody's written day 18. Is it going to be another giant? No, spiders and imps. Ooh, that's going to be rough on our poor sorcerer, but that's okay. That's what he signed up for. The wizard is hiding. Anything but a 6 succeeds. He does. He moves here into the ghost, so he'll have a combat tonight possibly. The sorcerer is hiding twice. Fails once. Fails twice. Walks into here. He is blocked by the spiders. Another spider appears there. The imp is dead. And this spider is prowling. And so literally all the spiders appear. And that's going to take the sorcerer that's a whole other day. That is so bad. That is not good. Oh, we did kill the imp. I'm sorry. I didn't mark my imp kill. Imps are worth 2 prowess. It's sort of garbage, but we might as well give him the points. So that is bad. That's bad. That was the worst of all moves. So if you hide 2 times, you have a 90% chance of hiding. So a 1 in 6 chance of the spiders prowling. So that's the first thing that happened. And a 90% chance. So essentially we had a 1 in 60 chance. A 1 in 60 chance of that specific thing happening. Oh, good. Playing Skyrim, it froze. Ah, man. Finish the ruin tomorrow. Going to upload the video to where I've gotten since I'm going to bed a little while. What's your build, Rod? What are you building in Skyrim? So he probably has to back out and try again. He needs to be hidden when he first shoots. Just has to be. The Druid is going to trade once with his buddy. Well, what do the Lancers have? Spears and stuff I don't want. Right. We could try to trade with the patrol. Oh, I'm sorry. What is your build? What are you playing in Skyrim? So we're going to trade with the patrol. They're friends. We're going to see what they have. They have the Scroll of Nature, which is really good for the Druid, and 7 League Boots, which is really good for everybody. I'm going to roll. Oh, I'm going to roll on the boots. The boots are 5 times whatever we roll on the friendly table here. We roll a 2, so price times 2. The boots are 10. So I'm going to trade all this to the patrol and take the boots. That gives me an extra move phase. In fact, I'm going to copy that card and make sure we remember that we're going to record an extra move. We got playing two-handed with some summons. I use one that increases the number of enemies and it becomes fun. Oh, fun. That's cool. That's exciting. That's a neat one. So we did do a trade with our allies. We've already done a trade with the neutrals on day 1. So we have scored Envoy. That's going to give us another point. So the Druid is up to 4 cards, and he's on his 5.5 point. Half. That's the... And he gets to pick one group and make it friendly, and he's going to pick the Order. It gets boring with dragons when they don't come down, because I can only watch them fly. Yes, that is always a mess. Without ranged. And we have we got Herbalist. And Herbalist is Dank W. So we have literally run the gambit of all the woods, which I suppose vaguely makes sense for the Druid. Okay. But I think that's the end of his day, and the Witch King is doing what? He's resting one of these chits because he needs black magic. He is turning one of these over because he needs some black... Oh, he has black magic. He does not need black magic. He'll turn one of these over. He will rest this chit, though. Remember, we have black magic because the cloven hoof. And he will search twice, hoping to grab one of the treasures. He needs a 3, though, because he's using the weird magic sight. No, and he gets nothing. And spiders appear, so he actually grabs a spider. Oh, and there was a bounty on spiders, which is why the sorcerer is so intent on killing a spider. Which obviously is not getting done. Okay. Okay, so we don't have to roll anymore up here because everybody's friendly. We have a fight down here with the sorcerer. We have a fight over here, and we have a potential fight with the wizard. Let's look at the wizard. The funny part is these guys are actually reasonably dangerous. So the militiaman can take one of these ghosts, I'm pretty sure. So he'll lure a ghost. Well, we're hidden, right? So do we have to lure any of these or whatever, or do we? I'll tell you what we're going to do. So we're going to pull our dagger, or our staff, obviously. And that's fine. So we're going to have, there you go. So this is round one. So what that means in round one, the weapon length is the main determiner of who goes first. So we're going to have the militiaman take a ghost, and we're going to have this goblin take a ghost as well. We are going to, I think the militiaman automatically is going to win this unless I mental mathed wrong, which is possible because it's on stream. So now we have two little combats going. We roll to see where the ghost goes. He goes in 3, so he goes down there. Does the ghost flip? He does. So the longest weapon goes first, and he misses because his attack now is slower than the ghost, and he doesn't line up. The ghost hits him because his attack is faster than the militiaman's defense, but the ghost does light damage only, and the militiaman is medium. You can see that here. And for NPCs, if they don't die, there's no damage. And so that is a stalemate up there momentarily. Down here, 6. Ugh. So he actually goes down there. That actually sucked. But we'll see. Does he flip? He does not flip. Longest attack goes first. This attack misses because it does not beat his time and it doesn't line up. Our attack, however, hits. Our M3 attack goes before undercuts the ghost's move of 4. So we hit and do medium damage. The staff is light. +1 because we overstrengthed it. So we kill the ghost before he can hurt the goblin. Done. We're going to repeat that up there for round 2. They're going to line right up. The ghost is going to flip. The fastest attack goes first. Our attacks are both ×3, but my attack is longer, so it breaks the tie. I smash him again. And there you go. And the wizard clonks the ghosts using his guys to run interference. We're going to take 6 prowess, 2x ghost for 6. Again, it's not a huge deal. At this stage in the game, I'd be surprised if the wizard is contending for prowess. But it does just clear that out for it clears that out a little bit, right? So that's that combat. The sorcerer has to run. So we're going to just play Melt into Mist, and we're going to run. And that's going to put us back another day, if not 2 days. So that's not great. That's not great. So we're going to get out of the clearing, and we're done. If we were hidden, we would take a shot. The Druid has nothing going. The Witch King does have a combat because he's got buddies. And which of his buddies is going to go? I think what we're going to do is we're going to have we're going to deploy. The troll will be the target. The ogre will join in the fight. Because the Witch King has no fight chits, he has no dagger, so he can't join in. The spider is going to go to the bottom. Does the spider flip? He does. That's his dangerous side, by the way. So let's see. Oh, and my guys have to go. 6 and 2. So he flips down to the bottom, and he flips down to the bottom. Well, there you go. Does the ogre flip? Because the ogre can flip. He doesn't. So longest weapon goes first. All these lengths are 0 because everybody's claw and tooth. Thus, the fastest attack goes first. He hits him for heavy damage. The spider is heavy, and he is dead. When you got an army, these aren't too bad. So he gets spider. That is 3 points, but he does also get spider bounty, which is the event. Anyone that kills a spider gets a point. You can also claim a trophy and bring it. So we're going to claim a trophy, which we usually shrink down and put in his inventory box. I do love the ability in Tabletop Simulator to just copy a chit, right? So good. So good. So yeah, the Witch King is tearing it up. I don't know that everybody always complains because the Witch King does real well. And at first it was because this spell was an auto kill. We made it not an auto kill. And so that's great. Oh, that's fine, Rod. You don't have to stay, man. You know, it's all good. I'm not a super fan of these games. That's too bad. I'm sad. You make me sad. But everybody has their own gig, so be it. So our Witch King has the troll and the ogre and the happy squirrel in tow. And we just killed our spider. We got a spider bounty, so we did ring that up. And again, we are up ahead. Everybody always jokes that the Witch King wins. We've nerfed him, but he has fallen into a really good situation. Oh well. Also good. All right. We're getting on day 19. Very selective with games. I don't like shooters either. Well, oh, you'll hate when I do Borderlands with my buddy though. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Again, I feel bad. I feel bad. You give me a list of games, Rod. I will I will make that a consideration. Okay. So the Druid. So I don't love any of my cards now. So at the end of the day, I'm going to turn in Locate Statue is like the best card, but even that is it's not that far away. All right, man. Yeah, you too, Rob. Hope you have a good day. I need to go get some dental work done. So we will see. I don't know if I'm gonna get it tomorrow or not. I gotta call around and see if anybody has like an emergency appointment. So I'm gonna turn in. I mean, well, you could do. I'm not going to get down to the spiders in time for the bounty. And but I could probably go what is this guy? It's a troll, right? It's like a giant freaking troll. Yeah, tremendous troll. So I think we hide and then go 1, 2, 3. We get an extra hide. We're going to hide and then move to the goblins. Our boots give us an extra, it's an extra move phase. So one of these is extra because the boots give us an extra move. But at the end of the day, I'm going to, I think, turn in woodwork because I do not want to deal with that one. So we get plant your flag. So he has to go to a place, make sure it's clear of monsters, and plant the flag. Where is his flag to be planted? 2-3, Cavern 3. Ugh. Oh, that sucks. That is awful. All the way across the goddamn map. Okay, well, so we're going to run down here, hide, move down to here. Then we're going to get through these caves. Done. The sorcerer has to move out into the woods again. He has got to hide, alert, move back to the spider. So he's getting a little bit antsy. Done and done. The wizard. Where is the wizard? The wizard crossed his bridge. So let's clear his bridge magic, actually. So he actually crossed his bridge. So he is now a bona fide bridge mage. So he has 3 points. He's got his 3rd point. Woohoo. Oh, and I got to put that card out because he actually has a device which now allows him to essentially levitate off the bridge. And he does get a new quest. Fan club, go to the house. Take the top rogue off of the rogues. Hey, what's up? Could you give a brief summary of this game so far in the board? Yes. What? And he goes to the house. Give me 1 second, though. That is sort of fortuitous for the wizard. So, okay. Do you want an overview of the game or this game? The game in general or this game, I suppose, would be my question. So we're gonna go move into the ledges. Overview of this game. So this game is, we got four mages. I thought that would be sort of a fun game, though it is rather complicated since there's a lot of options for everybody, right? Druid, Sorcerer, Wizard, and Witch King. Keeping in mind that weeks 1 and 2 are posted. If you wanted to go watch them, you could watch weeks 1 and 2. I would argue that like a lot of the characters have been rather slow in that, you know, as far as scoring goes, like the Druid is not a big fighter, so he typically tries to get cards done, and he has only done that the last couple weeks. If you notice, week 1 was sort of a nothing for him, and he got insulted by various native groups, and thus, you know, I mean, mind you, he's doing fine because he has scored 4 cards. He has made some deliveries of ale. He has enchanted a fairy ring, brought the remains of a dead villager back to the chapel, right, and traded. And so he is scoring mostly cards. But he does have a great treasure, which is the Enchanter's Skull. He can't use it, but it counts. He can carry it, and it counts as one of his great treasures. And so he does get 1.5 points for that. For enchanting, I believe the fairy ring, he has effectively a wisp. What's up, Scott? But it's a sparrow because it's the same stats. But now that he's bought the 7 league boots, he has, at least in my opinion, a good opportunity to make that last couple weeks count, because he will get an extra move phase every day. It is the most points at the end of the month, Victor. I usually consider that 10 is a success and you win. Like if you were playing solo, 10 would win at the end of the month. And I think the Sorcerer and Druid have a shot. I don't think the Wizard has a shot. I have seen people score 7 points in the last week, but that was a really, it's rare, super rare. The Druid, I think, now mind you, this card is garbage for him because it is literally all the way over here. And again, he doesn't have that long to get there. What he's going to do is run down through here, try to locate the statue, hit up the Mage Tower, and use the Mage Tower as a dwelling to turn his cards in for the last week. In the meantime, he can do Dank W and get Herbalist, so he can pick some herbs and turn them in at the Mage Tower. So he can score 2 points just by getting the statue and the herbs to the tower, and maybe a 3rd point if he's the first one to the tower. So that would put him at 8.5 points, potentially. Then, for the last week, he has the spell Guide Spider or Octopus. So he is almost immune to most spiders. So he could, say, loot the cairn with relative impunity, hoping to either get a great treasure or something that he can use to get some spells. The other thing he could do, and maybe he should do it, is that Scroll of Nature has 2 spells he could learn. He has to buy it from the patrol. That's going to be expensive. I bought the boots because that was probably a bad buy, just because I thought I could afford them. And the problem is I rolled so well that I could have afforded the scroll. So, womp womp. That's the other thing he would do, is roll that, get that scroll, learn a couple spells, and take a couple points there. Because if you have the most spells, so the Witch King has a single spell learned. If he learns 2 spells, he gets 2 points versus 1. And he can take one off the Witch King. The Sorcerer had a good early game. He scored 3 points the first week by digging an archaeological site, stealing from some of his enemies, and so on. But he is sort of stalled out, as you can see. And the problem that we have is this last week entirely has been trying to kill one of these spiders. And he has been jousting with these spiders for days now, and it's not been working. So he needs to sort of get a move on, because what's going to happen is he's going to be sort of left out there. Geez. Well, yeah. Okay. Such is life. He'll figure it out. That's sort of been his problem. The Wizard is just behind. He's not had a good game. Combination of crap cards, I think, and a little bit of interference of monsters and so on, sort of dinking with him in all the wrong times. And so he's only scored 3 points from his cards and is not really in contention for any of the 4 categories otherwise: prowess, gold, great treasures, or spells. But he'll score a point by getting to the house, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, he is fan club. The Witch King. So the Witch King. The Witch King lucked out in the sense that he found this cloven hoof early and bought it. And the cloven hoof gives him black magic, which is his main use for his spells. As you can see, he has a bunch of spells that take black magic, including this Animate Dead, which is, that's what his troll is following him. That's the troll. The troll is the Animated Dead. I should remember, because I'm not sure that I have remembered. His times are actually 5s. Because Animate Dead slows you down. Because you're dead, right? But he's definitely has sort of utilized this undead troll and his little squirrel buddy. So he scored that early, like the first week, and has been making some good use of that. And this is when he got the troll. So this has all been good. He's all been lined up since week 1 with all his good stuff. So it's been a very fortuitous game. And so he is well out into the lead. I'm not saying that no one's going to catch him, but it is unlikely that someone catches him. So, okay, it was day 19. We are writing day 19 for some of these guys here, right? We are. The wizard. So the wizard is going to hoof it up into the ledges. And that's not the Witch King. The Witch King is not hoofing it into the ledges. Where is the Witch King doing? The Witch King is here. Oh, right. He's not found anything. Does he want any of those treasures? He does. He does, right? Because those are worth points. Great treasures are worth points. So, yeah, I think he is going to go and search 4 times. Done. So this is day 19. Tomorrow a storm is coming. If you are exposed at the end of the day, you will be fatigued. Giants and trolls are going to appear. Sorcerer is first. The sorcerer moves up here. I believe he hides and alerts. So we're looking to not roll a 6. We're going to roll a 6. No, we didn't. We're going to move back down in there. Roar is going to draw... Oh, it's Roar Mountain, but it's going to draw down here, not to us, and that's good. We don't want another thing to fight. And we are going to alert this guy. So we're going to have a ×0 Fiery Blast online, try to nuke some of those spiders. The Druid hides twice, moves into the goblins. Druid rolls 1 die when hiding. Done, and he moves into the goblins. And we would have giants and trolls, because there's a lot of trollosity, but there's no more trolls left on the board, so done. The wizard moves and moves, nothing appears, nothing is prowling. And the Witch King is going to search 3 times. If he rolls a 3, 4 times actually, if he rolls a 3, he gets to draw the top treasure off of one of the piles. That's 2. This is his 3rd. Oh, he does. He gets a treasure off the pile, and he's going to take the Blasted Jewel, because it is his 2nd great treasure. And that's going to give him 2 points and take a ½ point. So it's going to give him ½ point and take a ½ point away from his direct competition. So done. Because he's now winning that category. He gets, I think, one more roll. And he does not get a 3. Yeah, so even if he got 2. But now he will get a giant. Oh, no, everybody's gone. The giant was already drawn. So we have nothing going on there. The druid could fight. He will not fight, but he could fight. The sorcerer is gonna fight. It's got 2 spiders and a tremendous spider. So we've got lots of good crap happening. 1, 2, 3. I think I just dragged Patter off of there. There we go. Okay. So we got 3 spiders to shoot. We're going to shoot them with a alerted fiery blast. So they're all getting targets. They're not on my sheet yet. But we will roll to flip them or whatever, but it won't matter. We're really just rolling on this missile table. So on the missile table, we need a 4 or less to kill a heavy spider and a 3 or less to kill the tremendous spider. So first spider, 4 or less, hit. He's dead. That's good. That was the goal. Yay, we did it. Second spider, 4 or less, dead. Third spider, 3 or less? No. We have nothing to make that better, which is too bad. So we nuke the spider, the 2 spiders. This spider comes at us. We're going to burn that and melt into mist before he gets to us. So we got 2 spiders. 2x spider. That's worth 9 prowess. First one's worth 3. The second one is worth 6. That's not going to matter as much as the Spider Slayer is going to matter. So we do get a Spider Slayer and Bounty. So we're actually going to score both of those in one fell swoop. And that's going to raise him to 8 points. Spider blood. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll copy this card and put it in the discard pile. It rarely matters, but sometimes you can look through the discard. You're allowed to look through the discard pile and pick stuff. Again, rarely matters, but it might. So we're going to put that on its side. We haven't returned to a dwelling yet. This spider is still there. And we are going to move out because we don't want to get caught by that spider. What else do we need to do? Good question. We do need a new card. Explore the cliff. Yeah, we need to rest so bad. We need to explore the cliff. We need to rest. We need to 2 trophies. So we are going to take these 2, copy and paste them. Because if we can get to a dwelling before the end of the week, which is unlikely, but those spiders are each $5 to a dwelling. The Witch King has one too. Plus, end of today, if you're not in a dwelling or in a cave, you're going to miss out on a point. So that's going to be the goal. So the Druid is going to hide, move into the high pass. So he will be in a cave. The Sorcerer. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. He is going to... I have no magic, though. I am sort of exposed. So I could get into the cave, but it is a little bit dangerous to do so. Patter 5 is goblins. Dank is serpents. I'm going to do it because I don't think anything can actually appear there. So we're going to move into the high pass. Yeah, I think that's the play. Get the point. Get the point. If you are sheltered at the end of the day, you'll get a point, and if you're not, you lose a D6 fatigue. The wizard, he's going to end up here in a dwelling, so that's good. He is going to. I think he's fine. I think he. We're going to hide. Now, he likes the soldiers, so that's fine. What's he going to do? I mean, well, I don't think there's a lot to do. I think he's going to hide. He's going to spell to enchant one of his chits, and the wizard doesn't have to burn a spell phase. He'll hide twice, and then he'll move to the house. So he's going to be sheltered. So we're going to have 3 people score for sure here. And then finally the Witch King. I mean, the Witch King theoretically can score his point as well. He's going to score 1, 2, 3. He is going to search once, move, and then move to the campfire. Done. And theoretically, that scores him as well. So everybody, I think, is going to take advantage of this storm and shelter somewhere. Dragons are going to pop, and there's a lot of dragons waiting to come onto the board. Sorcerer goes 1, 2, and he is done. Nothing appears there. Luckily. Wizard hides twice. He is going to turn that to gold. A 6 fails on the hide. He is good. Done. He's hidden. The Druid goes move, and he will what? Hide once, I think? Done. Nothing appears. And we're going to search once. We need to roll a double 3s or 3, 2, 1. Nope, he doesn't get that last treasure. And he moves down there. And does anyone appear at the campfire? Maybe. Is the campfire large or small? It is the large campfire. The company appears, which, by the way, the Witch King also likes the company. For some reason, they are buddies. I don't think anything appeared. I think no monsters, so we're clear of monsters. And everyone is sheltered. Which is weird. That doesn't often happen. You usually get one person who doesn't quite manage. So we're going to get 5, 7, 4, and 7. And that brings the scores to 6, 9, 4, unfortunately, and then 13. Now a lot of that, 14, right? Let's take a quick look. Yeah, because he stole a point. So he has 4, 11, 13, 14. ridiculous, by the way. Not good. Get rid of that guy. All right. Someone needed to grab. So we're gonna have gold magic in every clearing. So the storm is over. We burn that card. Can anyone get to turn in their spider bounty? Well, he doesn't have one, of course. So he's going to move into the woods and search. That's what he's going to do. Well, he has an extra move, too. So that is an extra move, and he will search twice, trying to get the herbalist thing done. The sorcerer... he is going to extra spell X and spell, because he has to. He just has to get this done. And he will rest first. And he'll get out of that clearing essentially at the end of the day. The wizard... Oh, the wizard got... Oh, by the way, the wizard scored fan club. Fan blub club. So he gets another point. So the wizard's actually up to 5. So that's good for him, actually. Good for you. Good for you, buddy. And he gets this guy. So the wizard is sort of weirdly amassing a little troop here. But he does get a card. So let's check to see what that card looks like before we write a move today. Spellmaster. Actually, I like that for him. It's just, where is this guy? The Spellmaster is in 4-5. Cliff 5. Cliff 5 is there. I suppose you could get there. It's not too far. Fan club, we got... So I say for day 21, we execute 1 trade phase, just in case. We'll see what the soldiers have. And then we're going to go... Well... Or do you? Right? Or do you not do that? Do you just move? Do you just walk? No, I say we're going to move into the cavern. Or is that the caves? I always forget. It's the cavern. I say we just make the big move here. Tomorrow we can make the move here. And then finally get to there. So it'll take us 3 days to get to there. It's not great, but I think that's sort of how we're playing it this time. We'll use our guys to screen us from any danger. And now it is the Witch King with the Blasted Jewel. I think we're going to move, and move to the Weapon Master. And we will do our quest phase to pay the Weapon Master what we need to pay him. And we'll score again. So we're... I don't do PvP because... Yes, the answer is yes. There absolutely is. I don't do PvP because, again, PvP is very much rock, paper, scissors, kind of. And being fair would be difficult. So I sort of... Plus, you know, a lot of it comes down to you know, a lot of it would come down to someone who has no chance to win chasing down someone who does have a chance to win kind of thing, right? And so it's sort of hard to sit down and go, well, who's PvPing who's going to charge the Witch King kind of thing, right? I think he could probably jot down rules of engagement in terms of who can attack whom, based on their alignments, kind of like who they like and who they dislike and so on. But yeah, you'd have to do something, right? Because otherwise, and yeah, maybe that makes sense. We should all charge the Witch King and see what happens. But again, I sort of then go, well, I prefer it as being a race then. They don't interact that much. And I get it. I get that that's, for some people, not as fulfilling. But I'm like, well, who has killed? So the Sorcerer, could he get somewhere? I don't think he can. So he's not going to go out of his way. This guy can turn this in because there's a bounty. So he will have turned this in when he gets there. So that's going to be $5. So he's going to have $21. So I'll erase that. Done. And we're ready to go here. So, okay. So it is day 21. There is gold magic in every clearing. Let's roll our 2 dice to see what happens. We have dragons, so the company's going to come off the board. There are no dragons on the board. But the serpents and demons are going to come off the board. So there's our tremendous serpent. We got a demon here. We've got a demon down here. All right. The Sorcerer is first. I'm afraid it's not super exciting. He's going to rest one of these and flip it, because that way he at least has some ability to not die. Unfortunately, he's going to lose that ability because these guys are going to show up. And we, of course, are blocked by the serpents. The wizard is going to move. We get smoke and flutter in 2. So we got we got dragons today. Oh, geez, that wasn't quite what we wanted. But maybe it's okay. Maybe this works out for the wizard. We'll see in a second. But we're going to have a fight today. Oh, and smoke. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, this all of a sudden became a lot shittier. We had smoke, sea, and flying dragons. Druid. Where is the Druid? Hello, Druid. Hello, Moto. He's in there. He's gonna move to the woods and he's gonna search twice. I think it's search. Let me check. What did I think he has to peer. Yeah, so search twice. He needs a 3, 2, or 1. He'll nudge this if he has to. He doesn't have to. So he has Herbalist ready to turn in. Done. And nothing appears because even though it would appear, the Druid has the special power that he can flip that. He has peace with nature, so he can make all the natural hazards just ignore him. This guy goes 1, 2, 3. He's going to pay $5 to the Weapon Master and score the Weapon Master. And I do think this is a fluky game, by the way. It is one of the highest scores that I have indeed seen. And he gets a fight chit of his choosing. I am going to take, I mean, because I'm not going to have a weapon probably in hand, I will take I could take the M3. I'm going to take the M3. Still pretty fast. So we get that chit. So we have 2 chits we almost never have for the guy, for the Witch King. And we get natives arrive. I'm going to put the company back on the board since they could arrive at the campfire. We're going to put them at the campfire. Done. And he gets finally another card, which is going to be Envoy. Well, which is actually interesting, which is actually sort of good for him. Again, because everything's been good for him so far. Envoy. Done and done and done. So. Oh, and Slither 3 is going to draw this guy to here. So we have a couple combats to deal with. The Sorcerer is going to lose these bounty chips because what I should do is I should make bounty chips. That'd be a good thing to do. Because he's not going to be able to turn those in. Is he going to be able to fight these serpents? No, he's going to have to melt into mist, burn that purple, and go here. And that's sort of what the Sorcerer's been having to do, and the Wizard has had that a little bit as well. The Wizard has a giant fight on his hands. Strangely enough, he can probably manage this fight. Probably. Give me a second. Let's see. Yeah, we have everything we need to manage the fight, I think. So, we're going to put this guy on this side because he cannot kill a dragon. What he needs to do is dodge the dragon with that 4 maneuver time. Similarly, that guy needs to dodge a dragon, and this guy needs to dodge a dragon. Until this dragon flips, in which case then we will worry about it. We, for round 1, so there's one more way to do this. So each of our guys has a 1/3 chance of being killed this round. And it's a little bit less than that because they could also flip. And these two, at least, if they flip, are harmless. He is not harmless if he flips. We're actually going to put him here. That way he's harmless to him too if he flips. We could do this another way. And I could knock one of them out. Having said that, could be a 30 prowess day if I get super lucky and kill all the dudes with a flaming sword. But it could also get super unlucky. So, but it is coming to the last week, and we are not really doing that well. And a 30 prowess day would get us a point. And it would take that point. And actually, the Sorcerer theoretically actually has that point right now because he has 11 prowess. Once you get over 10, you're eligible to score, and he has 11. So I shouldn't have said it's irrelevant. It is relevant. He now has 11, and he has that second point. The Wizard could take that point from him if he had a really good day today. So I say we go for broke, and we're going to cast Flame Sword. Nothing's on our sheet. We need purple magic. and Flame Sword is active for today. So this becomes an L star star sword, which is pretty bitchin'. But having said that, now all these guys have to survive. And this could go really bad if none of them survive. 3. So he's going to flip down to there. Does he flip onto his light side? He does not. This guy, come on, guy, live. You're going to live. You're going to live. You're going to live. He is going to live. He goes down to here. Does the dragon flip? Yes, he does. Still dangerous. But that guy's alive this round. Let's get our goblin alive. Come on, goblin. The goblin's the only one that can kill a guy. The goblin is going to die today. So this guy lines up. Now we hope the dragon flips on a 30%, and he doesn't. So he eats him. Done. Goblin is dead. Round 2. Same deal, but now this guy comes to our sheet. We're going to play our bitchin' sword. At least he's not facing a mind goblin. What is a mind goblin? That does sound terrible. So we're going to play all out for one round. And then we're going to have to go like pretty light and easy. So we're hoping this guy lines up, maybe. He does not line up. He goes to the bottom. We have a 70% chance of killing him now. Golem. Oh, there you go. And he doesn't flip. So what happens is our attack is faster at a 3. And it hits him for M star star damage. I'm sorry, M, because we overstrength the sword. M star star. One of the stars goes away because he's armored. You can tell that by the gray outline. And that is M star damage, which is heavy damage. This dragon is dead. We have to fatigue that move. But we're hoping to not have to play a move the rest of the fight. This guy, 5. The dragon flops down there. Does he flip? He does flip. That militiaman is safe for now. Now we're really hoping this guy also lives. This guy does not live. He's going to line right up. And the dragon doesn't flip. This is actually the bad one. So this guy is dead. Next round, this guy comes onto my sheet. And that's not great, because now things could get dicier. So let's see what happens, because I cannot auto hit this guy unless he flips back over. 3, so he's going to dip down to there. Oh, and I had to play a move. Oh, hold on. Time out. I need to rethink this. I need to rethink my life choices. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But yeah, that could be very dangerous because I no longer have an M4. So I am hit by this guy. Unless he flips. Well, no, even if he flips, I'm going to be hit by him. So that is going to be no bueno. That's bad. So what I am going to do... Hey, good night, Michael. Good night. What I am going to do is I am going to Ugh, that's not good. That's not good. So this has gone south a little bit for our poor wizard here. That's okay. Maybe. We might be able to salvage this. Maybe. I really needed this guy to live, as it were. One more round. We're going to get Dragon Slayer for sure. We're going to get 5 points. It would be nice to get the 10 points for killing a second guy. But we're not necessarily going to get that done. And so I think we're going to cast our... So this guy's on our sheet. Instead of attacking, I am going to cast Sleep. So we're going to burn this magic, and we're going to cast Sleep. And we're going to have to cast it on both dragons and knock them out. And that will happen, because this will hit him, because it undercuts both of them. It's an attack spell. And so we can stalemate the combat. You can't fight them when they're in their enchanted slumber. You just knock them out. So if we'd have gotten maybe a round or 2 more, we probably cut through. Instead, that was a very expensive 5 points. So we do kill one flying dragon. He's worth 5. And we get Dragon Slayer. And that is a point. So the nice thing is the wizard is actually burning through points. So he's not slouching. And he does get a dragon tooth, which allows him to end combat with a dragon for a day. No justice for Goblin. No, absolutely not. Sudden Insight is good. I'll keep it. Oh, God. Okay. Buried Dead. Spellmaster. Quiet Night. Sudden Insight. No, we have Spellmaster. Yeah, Buried Dead. I'm sorry. That should have been gone a little bit ago. That is my fault. How are you, Nutmeg? Done and done. Okay. We have another fight in the making. This is done. He did that. And while we're sleeping, we'll actually run out, because that gives you... is there another fight in the making? No, he ran already. He's there. Witch King is done. Druid is done. That is our week. The Spider Bounty is over. Delete that card. Oh, I will say this. We do not have to burn this gold, though, because there was gold in every clearing. So we can keep that. Because it was the end of the week or whatever. So be it. So in retrospect, we probably should have... We went for all of it and got the minimum, kind of, right? Whereas we could have put one dragon to sleep and then had the Spear Goblin be attacking on one of them. And that would have given us a better chance to score more points, but not the maximum number. And that's what we shot for, and it didn't quite work out. We're going to play this and get 4 rest phases back that night. So that's good, because that just brings back all of our crap. I'm half awake, hot here again, had a late siesta. Heard me putzing about. I have been putzing about, sir. That is no joke. Consult Demon. So we got to meet a demon. And there you go. All right. So we do need to get our week going, our last week of the game going here. I'm going to take a quick break, though, before we draw. I'm going to draw 3 new events, and we'll see sort of who's looking like they're going to score here this last week. I do appreciate the Wizards' mini comeback. I don't know if he goes back after those dragons or if he's just like, I think I'm good. Oh, the Witch King is totally winning. But having said that, no, I'm sort of crappy today actually, but that's a different story entirely. All right, little under the weather. Let's pull up the getting a drink here. I will be back in 5 minutes. Please stay put, hopefully. And you'll see the last week and you'll see the end here. But I'll be back. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get our final week out the door here. And then we'll call that a game. So before we start the week, so last 7 days. Before we start, we draw 3 more events and we'll place them. So bounty on bats till the end. The elf, that's sort of a lame one. The elf's just an NPC. You can hire him for the rest of the game and learn and get all the secret paths. So it doesn't really help most characters. We'll just keep bat bounty out there. The miner is in a random cave clearing, and he's in caves 3. So not a lot of points appeared. And the points that did appear are sort of out of the way. That is sort of terrible for most of the characters. The funny part is the best one it would be the Witch King, who could theoretically cast a broomstick one day and get up there and try to putz that, but I don't know that he necessarily will or needs to. So let's see what the Druid has going. The Druid wants to get the statue. The Druid wants to get to this mage tower. Oh, the monastery's there. You know what? Even easier, because that's a dwelling for purposes of herbalist. So I think the Druid is going to hide. Extra move into the statue. And then we could search. And try to locate the statue. I do get another card. I get Delver. Womp womp. And that is end of phase in Cavern 3 and end of phase in Caves 3. And that ain't gonna happen. They're both all the way across the board. So that's a little bit of a non-event. We'll burn that and turn it in if we have a shot at doing so. Do we have the gray magic? I'll tell you what we are going to do. We are going to I have these in columns. That confused me. Duh. Okay. Let me change this. Let's do a spell X and a spell. So he will cast, he will hide. So that's 3 phases. He will extra move and he will search. So a little bit less, but he's going to get a gray magic ready. In case he needs to control this spider, he will be able to control that spider. Our sorcerer, needs to rest. So he's going to run. He runs out of the clearing. So he's going to move into the woods. Rest. He gets his extra spell X phase and he gets a spell phase. So he will get just enough magic to keep himself going there and melt into mist if he needs to. And then we need to figure out what to do with him. Technically as locate the shrine, but that is really most of his points right now. The only thing that I would consider doing, we should go nuke that giant pile of goblins and see if we can't make a giant goblin stir fry. And get the prowess. Oh, and I should say, we did get 5 for the wizard, so he now also has 11. So weirdly enough, him and the sorcerer are dinking around for points here. Here we go. The wizard has consult demon. He is way far away from those demons, though. The demons are here and here. So I don't love my last week's prospects at the moment. Need to consult the Johnson portfolio. Yeah, I think we are. What do we got here? I think we got that spellmaster to get, and he's close by. So okay, so we're gonna go to the campfire because we have to. Done. We are going to pop an enchant phase because we can. Yeah, I think, excuse me, and then I think we are gonna just hide. And then tomorrow we go back into that cave and try to get past these guys. And try to get that spellmaster done. The Witch King, I mean, what's he gonna do? He is going to... Do wizards talk about math? No, I don't think they talk math. I think they tell, you know, legends of mathy heroes and, you know, but they talk wizarding theory. I don't know. So can we score Envoy? I don't even know if we can score. Like, we need to find someone that is neutral to him. Call back what you wanted from... No, I don't want it. I just said it is one of our big failings, that we are way better storytellers. We are better at consuming stories than we are at consuming statistics, effectively, right? Yeah, so things that sound right, we tend to go, oh yeah, good enough, right? And that's killing us. How are we with the soldiers? We are neutral with the soldiers. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, back to the campfire, move to camp. And we're going to trade. And that's going to give us, this is with our allies. And then that's going to be half of Envoy. Done. Okay. So there you go. So let's get this week started here. This feels like it's gonna be a little uneventful. I'm sorry. I apologize. We get bats again. Just because the way the event cards have come out. So we go to the Pine Woods as the sorcerer. He rests 2 of these and flips 1 over. So we're going to rest a 3 and a 4, and we'll flip the 5. Done. Sorcerer is done. Nothing appears here. The Druid spell X's and spells so that he has some gray magic. He then hides. He rolls a single die to hide, and he does hide. And then he goes in there. Yeah, he moves in, and now he is going to search. And what is he going to search for? Well, he's looking for that darn statue, because he has locate the statue. So he needs, he needs a 4 or a 1 on these dice. That's a 5. That's not going to cut it. Now, the bat is going to prowl onto him. He does not flip any, like, these all go away. Flutter and dank and roar. Like, but the bat is still prowling, and so the bat does come into there. That's clunky, because we would love to, I would love to have that spider eat that bat, but that's not a given by any stretch of the imagination. That is very likely a stalemate is the problem. We could do it, but it's very likely a stalemate. And there is a bat bounty. There's a bat bounty. Okay, done. Well, we'll figure that out. Okay, so, wizard. The wizard goes to the campfire. He spells to flip that guy. And then he's going to hide 2 times. Just because he's going to end his day there. Probably burns Consult Demon and gets rid of Consult Demon. That's going to be my guess, because I don't think he can get to a demon. Similarly, I think the Druid is going to get rid of Plant Your Flag and Delver today, at the end of the day today. Done and done. Although I shouldn't do that, because technically he hasn't ended his day there. Same thing with him. He's not ended his day there yet. I would like to get rid of that. And the Wizard certainly will, because there's no one there. But the Druid might have to run. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to go here, and we're going to pull a trade with the company. Largely just for Envoy. I actually don't want to buy anything from them. The Elusive Cloak doesn't absolutely suck. We'll roll in the Ancient Telescope, but we're allies. Maybe they give it to us for giggles? No, that's fine. But we did our trade phase and done. So what fights do we have? It looks like just the Druid, right? Yeah, just the Druid today. So the Druid has these 2 creatures on his, not on his sheet just yet, but, and the Monastery. He has the Monastery on his sheet. No. So these are our 2 cards, our two enemies in the clearing. But no one is on our sheet. So we're going to gently cast Guide Spider or Octopus, because it only has to be faster than everything on our sheet, and there's nothing on our sheet. So we're going to burn those 2, and this spider is now our buddy. The bat is now going to be angry because the spider's there, and he's our buddy. And that's a tremendous spider. So the bat's going to go there, and he's going to flip or not flip. He does flip. It doesn't matter, but he does flip. This is round 2. And, I mean, we're going to have to... somewhere. Oh, that's a nudge chit. Son of a bitch. Well, that's fine. That's fine. So this round, we're going to play to fatigue that move, Chet. So we're going to be playing fights and moves because we don't want this combat to end just yet. So this is round 2. That bat's going to go down here. Doesn't really matter if he flips or not, but because he can't kill this guy. He hits him almost every round, but he only does medium damage, and that spider's tremendous. So that's round 2. We have to fatigue on round 2. Round 3. Nope. Round 4 we have to fatigue, so we'll fatigue this guy. And he lines up and we kill the bat. All right. So we did kill a bat for 3. That brings our prowess to -7, which is sort of funny. But we do get the bat bounty, which gives us a point. And that brings us to 7, putting us slightly ahead of the wizard. And we do not have to run from the monastery, so that's also good. And remember, we have this guy for the rest of the day, so we could move him somewhere tomorrow, which we probably will. So we will burn those 2 cards and draw 2 more cards. Oop. Done. Okay. I don't think anybody else has a fight. The wizard is in a dwelling, so he's going to burn a card, consult demon, because he's not going to get there. He'll take a card. This is the last week shuffle where everybody's desperately trying to figure out how they can score something. And the Witch King will ditch Wolf Tamer. It's unlikely. So he has a purple source, which is useful, but sort of useless. But at this rate, purple source. The Druid got, what did the Druid get? The Druid got Locate the Cairn and Quiet Night. Those are decent cards for where he's at. And I did allow him to make change with a move because his chit is tied up as a nudge chit. So, and then what? The wizard. The wizard got Gambler. And he can go to the house and gamble. So that ain't bad. All right. Day 25 or 25, 23, 23. Where's our druid? Hey, what's up? What's up, Scott? You were here a long time ago. How was your brother-in-law's visit? Or your sister, or your in-laws visit, since it's all your in-laws. So, yeah, so I think the druid is going to search 4 times, pretty much. And his follower, which isn't a follower, it's the spider, is just going to move out, and he's going to get to the woods. So we're going to just move him away. So we can have the cairn to ourselves, pretty much. So that is our goal here. So we're going to try to get the shrine, the statue and the cairn, and get both of those for ourselves. And hopefully that'll work out. The sorcerer, where are we at, sorcerer? So you have Okay. I'm going to rest twice again. Extra spell X, spell, and spell. So we're going to get as much purple as we can get. And then our plan is to actually move through these serpents up to these goblins. And there's what? 3 piles of goblins there? And see how many of these dudes we can nuke in one fell swoop. And see if we can't do a little quick coup with the with prowess. Yeah, the Midwest goodbye. The problem now with Spellmaster is that it sort of impacts Gambler now a little bit because they're opposite directions. So not a giant fan. But I do have a plan. So we are going to hide. We're going to move to the house. And we will gamble at the end of the day. And we'll bet pretty much all of our cash and just hope for the best at this point. And the Witch King. I mean, what are we going to do with the Witch King? So he's done half of his envoy. We can do the other half of the envoy reasonably easy, I think. But we do have to get to a dwelling. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm going to walk the woods with the squirrel, move to the inn, and then we'll do a trade with the rogues, and there are neutrals, and that should score us envoy. That'll burn the squirrel for the rest of the game, and we'll also turn Giant Slayer in, but whatever. And there you go. There's our 23s written. Let's get this going here. 3 goblins. We haven't seen. Well, there you go. We haven't seen any goblins for a while. The sorcerer is first, and he's just resting though, because he needs to get as much purple as possible. And I think he gets 2 of them back, and he does. So we got enough purple for the rest of the game, probably. Oops, this is fatigued. Probably good to know. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to we'll have flipped that one instead and got the 3 back before. That's my fault in today's rest. Done and done. Wizard. Wizard's going up, and he's going to hide. And he is hidden. And he'll gamble at the end of the day. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, using his squirrel, who is now pretty much out of the game. We're going to trade with the rogues. We'll trade for the Dragon Fang necklace. I'm not going to buy it. But we are only neutral with them. Yeah, there you go. Oh, level 9. Cool. So there's our trade. We get 9 points. And we're up to 16 frickin' points. No, oh, man. Yeah, I feel bad because, because I'm going to be accused of favoritism, damn it. For the longest time, the Sorcerer was my favorite character. At first, it was the White Knight. When I was 8, it was when I was 9, it was the White Knight. As I got older, it was the Sorcerer, a little more emo. The Witch King is only sort of because he's essentially an optimized sorcerer. Done and done. So Witch King is done, and he'll probably end the game with his 16 points. That's a pretty good point total. The Druid moves this guy out to here, and then he is searching for that statue desperately. One, 2, 3. No, come on, give me a 4, guys. There it is, done. Oh, and we did turn this in, so we did score Herbalist because we were at a dwelling. Yeah, we did not. Yeah, okay. And I suppose I will take extra moves. I'm just going to shrink this card down. And we'll take 3 extra moves. That will be the potion. Okay. So we did get Herbalist. Technically, we got it before. We did get Statue. So the Druid is not kidding around here. He is up to 9 points himself, since we have located the statue. I'm going to burn Quiet Night, and I'm going to get all these chits back as well. That one's fatigued. That comes back also. At the end of the day, that'll come back. Or done and done. And we're going to get Lucky Day, which we'll use as a reroll, of course, and locate the pool, which probably don't care about at this juncture, but we're trying to locate the cairn. Now, what we should do is, since the statue has a type 8 spell, we should try to learn that spell, and that'll give us a 1.5 as well. Does anything appear? No, not in this. Not here. Not here. It's mostly up here that's worrisome. So the Druid has nothing going on. The Wizard has to gamble. The Wizard is going to take all of his money, all $10, and he's going to gamble it with the soldiers. And he's going to roll double ones. That's our goal here. No, he breaks even, so he stays with $10, but he does score Gambler. Because the soldiers like him more. And he is friendly, he is now allied with the soldiers, but it's not going to matter. That doesn't matter. He gets plant your flag. Ugh. Unless it's literally right here. 1/6. It is Borderland 6. Super awkward. Last week in the game, that is terrible. Done. Do we have anyone else that needs to do a thing at the end? No. Sorcerer is done. Witch King is done. Okay. 24. I am putzing around. I am very sort of weirdly fussy at this juncture. So we found the statue. I think we are going to hide once. Move to the tower. And search. Well, we got an extra move. We had 2 extra moves because we can burn one of these along with our 7 league boots there. So we're going to hide twice just in case. And then search. And the goal is to find the... So we're going to pop this mage tower. So the druid's going to be the first to the mage tower. Think about it. The sorcerer's been here all week and has not made it past the monastery. The sorcerer might have been here like for 2 weeks and he hasn't made it past the monastery. The druid is going to be the first one to the mage tower. But we're going to hide so that in case it's something we can't fight, we can deal with it. And we are going to search for the cairn also. Soon as we find the cairn, we're going to run back to the statue and try to learn that type 8 spell. And if we can learn that type 8 spell, that will be worth essentially 1.5 points to us. So we could score 2 points right here in the mountains. Mountain 5 can be 2 points. And this could be 3.5 points. So the druid could end up with well over 10 points if he lucks out the last couple days, though. Sorcerer. The sorcerer is going to melt into mist and move through the high pass. Done. The wizard is going to use his charm to move to 5 and then to 1. So he's going to move to 5 and then he's going to move into the cavern there. Using the float charm that he got from Bridge Magic. And frankly, for the Witch King, I mean, end of the day. So, okay. So end of the day today. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, yeah. He's going to cast Broomstick. So he burns that. He burns Broomstick. He's going to get a fly chit. Done. But it's only fly light. So that sort of sucks because he's now carrying the blasted jewel. So that's not great. So nah, we're not going to do that actually, because that's not going to help us. I mean, so I suppose we'll go 1, 2, spell X and spell. That'll join these two and end up there in the Pine Woods. Move, extra spell X, spell phase, move into the Pine Woods. I believe that does it, right? Because 4 connects to 2. Yep. Okay. Done. We might as well move to try to go kill that giant because we have Giant Slayer. There's no reason not to at least give him his fair shot at getting the bonus point. We have giants and trolls coming up, but a lot of stuff's out. Like, that board is empty. A lot of stuff's out on the board. We are going here. We move up into the monastery after hiding twice. Probably overkill. We roll 1 die to hide, so if either of these are not a 6, yeah, done. And we are here. We now search 2 times. If we get, well, we get Mage Tower. We have to pop the Mage Tower first. So we roll 1d6 to see what the disposition of the Mage Tower is. It is a 6. It's quiet and you enter. You get a VP. Done. The Druid just scores a VP because the tower is open. So that's his 9th card. And his 10th overall point. So sort of good on him. And he does still get 2 searches, which he can nudge one of these searches if he needs to. So we're looking for a 4 or 1. And we're going to roll a 4. So we're going to nudge that. Fatigues. And we find the cairn. Druid can't overcome nepotism. Sure. And that is his 10th card. And his 11th point. And we got to explore the cave. So that's sort of where his... we get locate pool and explore caves. Done and done. So not terrible. That was our first roll. Our second roll, we're going to fatigue this shit, and we are going to loot the cairn. And we get the 5th treasure in the pile. But it's only a potion of energy. Too bad. Too bad. If it's a great treasure, that's given us just a little bit more points. Now we're going to head back to the statue, and we are going to... but I will say this giant does roam. Now we're hidden because we hid before we went up there. And that's fine. I don't think that hurts us. Witch King goes 1, 2. He's going to pair up with the Cloven Hoof, 3, and 4. Actually, he does not move to the Pine Woods, so that's my fault. He is done. Wizard is going to go 1, 2. He has to roll for that float charm to see if it breaks. It does, because we can't have nice things as the wizard. So we're going to delete that card. Nothing appears, though. And then the sorcerer goes 1, 2. Avoiding these guys by burning some purple magic and melting through them. Druid. Okay, Druid. The Druid is going to take his extra move to the statue. And then he will search. Done. Search 4 times. And I think that's it. I do wish I had a nudge chit, but we're going to have to just go without it for the moment. Okay, so the sorcerer only has 2 magic left. We need to go... so we're going to have to play that same game. We're going to have to melt again and get past the goblins so that we can rest and turn around and kill them. The reason we have to melt, because we can't hide and alert and move from a cave. We've got to get out of the cave. But the only place out of the cave is right into the goblin's nest there. So that's what we've got to do. The wizard... he's going to move to 5. And the Witch King is going to go here. So move to 2. Move to 4. Move 2. Move 4. Extra spell X and spell. And then he'll, I think, move 2 again, right? Because it's here to here to here. It's going to be to 5. I'm sorry. And he's pairing this chit with this black magic that doesn't fatigue. So, done. And that is it for the day. We are on day 25. We're going to get spiders and imps. There's not a lot. Again, nothing's left. which is sort of funny. But the wizard goes 1-2. He knows all secret passages, so he is done. Our guy's going to go 1. Oh, no, he goes 1, 2. And to there. And he is done. The sorcerer melts and goes to there. And he is done. And the druid goes there and searches. He's going to read runes. In the statue. And the statue is 8, 7, and 7. So 8, 7, and 7. We'll draw from the Bitchin' Expanded Decks. And we're looking to read runes. We need 3s or less, unfortunately. We're immune to curses, though, so that's okay. So nothing can hurt us. It's just we need to roll pretty low. So that's a curse, but nothing. So that's 1. 3, learn an awakened spell. So this type 8 spell becomes ours. Serpent Tongue. Copy, paste. Moves to the bottom. These bubble up. So the druid has learned 1 spell. That gives him 1.5 points and takes a half point away from our Witch King. So the druid is up to 12.5. And he is down 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.5. And that was only 2 because he got cursed once and then got it. And now he's going to just loot the statue 2 more times just in case something's in there. Statue, he takes the 3rd treasure off the pile. Shielded Lantern. That's great if you got that early. 2 treasures left. No, nothing. Womp womp. Okay. Okay. You know what? We're going to use Lucky Day and loot and get a roll. It didn't matter. Okay, so Lucky Day's gone. And he gets Sacrifice. Yeah. Is he near? I suppose technically he is right near their shrine. The problem is it's a large treasure. He doesn't have any large treasures. He has a great treasure, which would suck to burn that for a point. He would lose a half point there. So I'm probably not going to do that one. Possible tight butt situation. Little bit. There's no spiders left here, so nothing prowls onto us. I don't think there's anything anywhere else either. Done there. Yeah, we are done with the day. I mean, the funny part is now, I mean, he's pretty much done everything he was going to do. Now I think, well, he does have the giant, which is problematic. The shrine doesn't help him. He can't learn type 7 spells. He just might be out of points right now. I mean, so that's fine. We'll figure that out. So he's going to. So what he's going to do is he is going to hide, because he can infinitely get away from the damn giant. The giant's slow as crap. So we're gonna hide. We're gonna extra move and extra move up into the cairn. So we will use our second extra move. Then we're going to search the cairn 3 times. And yeah, we'll burn some of these chits here, but we should be able to take a treasure or 2 from the cairn, and maybe that makes a difference. Maybe that gives us a great treasure, you know, or another great treasure, right? That would be the idea. The sorcerer, he needs a day of rest. So he's going to rest. I suppose. Oop, okay. Spell X and spell. So he will essentially pull 2 chits over, flip one of them. He might as well flip 2 of them at that point. Done and done. Okay. The wizard. He's going to move 1. He's going to move to the spellmaster. Perform a quest phase. Pay $5. He should score that point. And then the Witch King has to make sure he has the correct chits in play. He does have enough. I mean, he does, of course, because he's got black magic, so it just works. It just works. He's like Todd Howard. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. I mean, we're just gonna move right up in there. Might as well hide and move up into the giant. And done. And it's day 26. We're coming to the close here pretty quickly. Got a couple of spiders and imps, so we shouldn't see much else coming out. And it's the wizard. So the wizard goes 1. The wizard is going to pay $5. He is going to, oh, that's $4. I mean, he shortchanges the spellmaster. And he does get his 8th point. A lot of cards, every character has done really well on cards. I will say that. That is, so that is pretty good, pretty cool. Does he get anything else? He get a magic chit with whatever stats. At this point, I don't care, frankly. But what would I take with this? I would probably take another gold. So I would take a 4 gold. So we're going to copy paste, well, the 2 gold, presumably. But put a 4 on it. It's like the put a bird on it, which is almost like it's the only Portlandia sketch that I actually laughed at. I don't know, like it's not my jam, presumably. But anyway, spellmaster done, and we get a windfall if we can. And plant flag. Lame. Okay. But we did score. That is done. Theoretically, a spider could come out, but they are all dead or out on the board, so he is done. Sorcerer is resting 2 chits, and he's going to flip 2 chits, and we are done. And frankly, you might as well just do that one and done. And who is next? The Witch King. Witch King's gonna hide and then move on in. Grr, and he does, and he moves in. And we are ready to go. And it's the Druid. And the Druid is going to hide once, right? He does hide once. He only rolls 1 die. And he does succeed. And then he goes up here. And we've already found the cairn. So we're going to get 3 of these. So I'm going to burn 1. So let me loot the cairn. 6. There's only 5. Damn it, darn it. 2. Come on, don't roll the 6 now. There we go. 4. Better. Oh, beast pipes. We're gonna do the beast pipes. We're not gonna search the cairn. We're looking for a 3 or less. No! Okay, darn it. Because it has a type 8. So we could learn another type 8. So that would give us 2. That would actually steal a half a point again off of the Witch King and edge him up just the tiniest bit more. But that's it. That is his day. And I think we are done. We are done. Okay. The Witch King is going for the Giant because he has Giant Slayer. Might as well make that lead. We have Black Magic, of course, everywhere. We're not going to take him on our sheet. We're going to put him on the Ogre sheet. The Ogre is going to... we'll deploy 1, 2, and the Giant will go here, and then we will shoot Death Ray. Done. Where does the Giant end up? The Giant ends up down there. Does the club flip? It does not flip. Where do our 2 guys end up? Our 2 guys end up 5, he goes down 1. 3, he goes down 1. Does the Ogre flip? No. Our shot goes off first because it's longest. Does the Giant save? No. He rolls a 5, he dies. Done. There you go. So we get a Giant. We get Giant Slayer. We have 58 points, not quite enough. And our 10th card is scored. East Coast bias. Sure. And that is it. That's it for our day. I think the Druid just search. I mean, he might as well just search all day. The Sorcerer, I think he is ready for his debut here. He's going to hide twice, alert, and then move into the Goblins. The Wizard, I don't know if the Wizard... I think we're just gonna quit out the Wizard and the same with the Witch King. Like I think we're good. He has danger sense. So we're gonna let the Wizard and the Witch King, so he's gonna run off the board and be done. And the Wizard's going to run off the board and be done. And both of these guys will retire with their scores. I just don't think the Wizard scores any more points, really. And I don't think the Witch King necessarily scores any more points either. He doesn't even have any points on his sheet now. He has Danger Sense, Take Cover. He could shoot for the 2 to get the Prowess, but again, I sort of whatever. But he would go shoot that guy and then take the extra point of Prowess, giving him 17.5, which is the most I've ever seen anyone score ever at any time. I think I'm always shooting for the Cloven Hoof now as the Witch King. The funny thing is that is taught, like, this game has actually taught me something, because I usually always eschewed the Cloven Hoof thinking, well, it harms me. Even if it's black magic, it hurts me. And the answer is, well, if you have Melt in the Mist active, you're not hiding. If you can animate a corpse, you've got a body to throw in front of people. You can always, so yeah, I think I have a new, strangely enough, a new strategy for our Witch King here. So there you go. So when I play him at the table, going straight for the Cloven Hoof. So that does leave the first 2 characters, though. And let's see what we got. And this is going to be somewhat important. We have Giants and Trolls, so I don't think anything shows up any more than we already have. Those 2 are, yep. So we're hiding twice as the Sorcerer, and we do. And we walk into there, and there are no more Trolls on the board. And the Druid is, what is the Druid doing? The Druid is searching 4 times. Okay, so there you go. So let's search 4 times. We are going to read runes. That's 1. 2. No, come on, Druid. Come on. Nope, come on. Yes, he does get it the last time. So there's 1 type 8 spell in there. And it is Guide Spider or Octopus. And we've got that. So, and we'll copy it and paste it onto our sheet here, as it were. And that means the Druid has 2 spells. So he scores 2 points. And this guy only has a point. So his total is going to end up 16. And the Druid's ends up 13. And that was his day. Sorcerer, we're gonna shoot our shot here. Everything but a 6 kills the goblins. So we are alerted. We've alerted this guy. We are hitting all the damn goblins with a Fire Blast. Everything but a 6 is going to kill a goblin. And that tremendous troll is, I think, a 2 or a 1. So unlikely that we shoot him. New best friend found, Cloven Hoof. It is. It is. Goblin 1 lives. So that's a live. We'll put that. That's the live pile. Goblin 2 is dead. That's the dead pile. Come on. We need more in the dead pile. Damn it. Okay. This sucks already. Oh my God. This is why I don't do Fiery Blast. I'm actually terrible at it. Three dead. That's good. 4 dead. Let's keep going. 5 dead. That's good. That's a good. 6 dead. 1 alive. Come on. I mean, technically we should kill 70% of them. But it's closer to 50%, it seems. Or less. Come on, let's get the last 3. There we go. 1, This is super critical. No, you son of a bitch. There we go. Okay. This guy, we need a 2 or a 1. So we have a very, very small chance of getting him. Oh, God damn it. To 3. So no change. It's tremendous, but -1 because he's armored and he lives. And when we're going to melt into mist. So we kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goblins. So that's 10 points, 20 points, 30 points, 40 points. And then what is it? 45 points? Is that the midpoint? What's the... Oh, God. Don't do math on stream, kids. If you kill even numbers, this is easy. If you kill an odd number, it's ridiculous. Okay. So we got 4 and 4. That's 40 points, 45 points. So he scores 9 goblins for 45 prowess. Do math around the fire, kid. That's funny. He ends up with 56 damn prowess. Definitely he's going to beat the wizard, but he just doesn't edge out the damn Witch King yet. So he has 10 points. The wizard is reduced to 8 points. These goblins go in the dead pool. And these goblins chase our hero down. Oops. Well, that sucked, but I mean, but you know, hey, it was, there you go, done and done. These guys go back to the space. He has to flee, which he will, using, of course, melt into mist, which sort of sucks. I mean, doesn't suck. It's great, but it sucks because I don't know that he has enough. Yeah, because he has to burn this one, and that means he only has 1. Well, they are in his sheet. They absolutely are. So what happens is round 1. So think about this. What happens is round 1. The actual I sort of hide the sequence of events because I've. So the actual sequence of events is round 1, he is hidden. So no one's on his sheet. He fires the blast and kills his 9 goblins. Beginning of round 2, they're all on his sheet, and the troll. He then, before anything else happens, pops the purple and melts into mist, and done. And that's it. And they are on no one's sheet now because they cannot be on his sheet. And then he flees or stays and stalemates the combat, one or the other. In this case, he's going to flee. If he had 2 days, he would do it again. Yeah, so they absolutely do end up on his sheet on round 2. But it's not scary if you have a purple and your melt into mist is ready to go. Done. Now, on the other hand, if he did not have melt into mist cast already, he would be dead because that's not fast enough to cast against time 3 goblins. So all that is important. Like it is... and we play way too fast and loose and short-handy, so I do apologize. But if we had 1 more day, I'd go back and get that extra point, but I'm not going to have the other day. So we're going to do one last thing. I'm going to give the Druid four loots on... I mean, let's just see if he draws anything from the cairn. No. Nah, 4th. Let's just see. It's nothing. 3, no. 4. So he would get nothing out of the cairn, even if conditions were ideal. And that's how we're going to end the game there. So the final score is going to be 16 to 13 to 10 to 8. Absolutely the highest scoring game that I have seen, I think. It's the highest I think 16 is well up there for the highest score I've seen ever. And just the number of points, 16, 13, 10. Now, mind you, don't get me wrong. Much like pinball, the scores have inflated over time. In the sense that very early, explore caves, explore crags, those didn't give 2 points. Like some quests didn't give 2 points that do now. And we didn't have bonus points. But having said that, that didn't come into play in any of these. Everybody just scored cards. We completed 35 cards. So, or 35 points of cards. That's where most of those points are, is in the cards, which is sort of fascinating. I mean, sure, the Witch King he won prowess. He won gold. Actually, strangely enough, I don't think he did win gold. The Sorcerer won gold. Right. He won great treasures, and he lost spells, but came in second place in spells. I definitely think I could have done better on spells. The problem, the Sorcerer has a hard time with spells because there's no site that gives him spells. The only guy that sells spells hates him. Or doesn't like him, right? So you're sort of committed to finding one of the treasures, and the Druid held that treasure. He had that treasure the whole time. So a good game, a little bit of a crazy game. I don't even know. I don't even know how to. I think the Druid did great. I'd love to see the Druid scoring 13 points. Oh, absolutely. Thank you for hanging out and chatting periodically. I do appreciate it. So, yeah. So, what do we got in chat? We got Nutmeg. Thank you very much. And thanks for your support. Scott, always good to see you. Well, I'll talk to you this week. Victor, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Michael, of course, always good to see you. And I hope that you are feeling good. And Rod Risen, who doesn't like this game. Womp womp. I mean, that's sad. But that's okay. Good to see you. I'll see you. We'll play Skyrim this week for sure. Absolutely. So what time is it? It is almost midnight. I'm going to call it tonight. Thanks to all the members, of course. Please like and subscribe. If you like Magic Realm or Dragons Down, we need one more board game to throw into the rotation on sort of a semi-regular basis. I just don't. There are no board games I like as much as these do. We do have to get some Dragons Down in there. So maybe that's what we'll do next week, is get some more Dragons Down. And or, I gotta think about it. I have not thought about the tabletop RPG stuff. I will have to do that, and I will. Thanks a lot. I will talk to you later this week. Probably nothing on Monday or Tuesday, because I have a whole thing going on. I'll tell you about that later in the week. How's that? So talk to you later. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll see you. Have a good night.